It isn't done. That's stopped payments and grant money from several states' agencies. Now, the audit due date has been extended to the end of the month, and the state allows for two separate 15-day grace periods after that. And Danville Community College is expanding its audio-visual production department. They got a state-of-the-art studio and control room, which lets students do newscasts, which included our old news set from our own studio. CIA. The expansion will also come with a new audio production room for the music program. Only a few students have seen the updated space.
There haven't been a lot of people that have experienced all these new tools, and I think that that's one of the more exciting things, is that students in the future, I think that this program is really going to grow and it's going to attract more people and it's going to impact students way down the road too.
Nickerson and another student launched a podcast last December called DACcast. The expansion will also help with that project. And Harvest Moon Drive-In Theater in Gibson City is open for its 2021 season. It'll be showing Tom and Jerry and The Croods: A New Age. Both movies start at 7:30 today. It's cash only if you buy tickets or concessions there. You can also buy tickets online.
Here's a check at your 7-day forecast. We do anticipate a few stronger storms later on this afternoon and evening. We want you to download the WCIA 3 weather app just to get the latest info on that. For the most part, it's a wind and hail threat, but an isolated tornado can't be ruled out somewhere. That would more than likely, I think, happen down by Interstate 70. Just be on guard today. Enjoy the warmer weather. Once 5 o'clock hits, we want you to be just weather aware from then on out as that line of storms pushes on in. Jamie? Those 50s and 60s are back, but next week, those 40s, I know you're mad at me.
Not ready for that.
We'll work on it. We'll get that update. But just have that app ready today and be prepared.
And make sure you join us after the show on Facebook for our after show. Have a great weekend.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are on Facebook right now. And Jamie, we're looking at you.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
It's been a great morning show with you, Jamie, here at
Yeah.
Central Illinois.
Thanks for joining us this morning. I know it's early Saturday morning. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? Let us know.
And we want to know what your favorite thing about spring is, Jamie, because you're mad at me.
So
for
much.
not having spring weather. So what do you got?
Who doesn't like spring? Or maybe someone doesn't. Yeah, my favorite summer, but warmer weather gets us away from the snow and the cold. So, yeah, the weather, being able to get outside more, activities. It used to be.
We get that warmer weather in here, and I think that's what we look for as far as it goes.
Right.
I am going to throw up the chat, so if anyone is watching on our Facebook Live, we want you to let us know what your favorite thing is about spring, and then we also want to kind of do a quick update here on some news stories that Jamie's been working on and sharing this morning, and then we'll also kind of cover some of the weather, because there's already some storms going. Jamie, I know you've got a lot of things to do after the show, and I get to have things a little quieter around here as far as it goes for a little bit before the weather picks up. Why don't you fill us in on a few of those news stories that you we're working on this week, what we've been watching this weekend?
Yeah, so I'll just give a recap of what we did this morning. So we started out, top of the show, of course, talking about Trooper Hannikin and his return home and the procession that happened from Champaign County over to Macon County. And then we went into a fire that happened, I believe it was in Douglas County. So Karina covered that story, Karina Rubio. That church was completely destroyed. That was yesterday morning that happened. And Demi gave us a great story about it being, we're recognizing women this month and the accomplishments of great women and all of the things that they're doing. So we only have a few more days of that. So one of those months that we recognize great things and great people in the community, great women who are doing awesome stuff. So she spoke with someone who works for the FBI. And those were kind of our bigger stories today.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little sad this weekend. We're not gonna watch the Atlanta. Are you're the way the Atlanta are?
Yeah.
Last weekend we were big hopes for.
Yeah.
as far as it goes. So, Jamie, thanks for what you've done. Again, we're going to give one last wave. Everyone say goodbye, Jamie. And
Bye.
Look at things. We'll be back here together tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. post the storm threat here across central Illinois. Jamie, thanks for what you did. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning then.
Have a great weekend.
Weather here in central Illinois. Before I do that, I'm just going to mute a mic here over on the side, and we'll cover some of these showers and storms that are expected to come our way. The severe threat today is a level 2 out of 5. There's already been some storms that have gotten going in parts of Tennessee, and that may impact us in a different way. Normally, we look for storms to come from the north and west. I've put some lines on the screen here because the dew point values right now are in the 40s out there. We've got to get those dew points up into the 50s and 60s. Sometimes these areas of scattered showers and storms to the south can almost act like a wall, and the warmer, moist air can't make it all the way up. So that may lessen our threat for strong storms later on today, pending how things play out. Not entirely sure how it's going to play. I would rather see those storms extended all the way towards like Little Rock and past Memphis. So there may still be an opportunity for dew point values to rise. That's really what we're going to watch, as that will be the source of our instability later on today. Still think, though, regardless, temperatures will be heading for the 70s in parts of central Illinois. Things are quiet right now in central Illinois. We've got no alerts, not really any showers or storms out there. A few scattered sprinkles to the north and west. We'll take a look at future track here through the rest of the morning. By lunchtime into the early afternoon, we may have a few pop-up showers and an isolated rumble of thunder somewhere closer to the Illinois River. I'm not overly concerned about it. It may even be a little more to the south towards Cass, Menard, Logan counties, but watch what happens. They kind of lift to the north here. We think 5 o'clock is when our window of opportunity opens up for severe weather in central Illinois. Some of these storms then will start to strengthen. There's a cold front that's here. That cold front's going to sweep on through from 5 o'clock until 10 o'clock. You can notice here by 6, 7 o'clock, we start to see these storms in a line here across the region. We'll watch it and keep you updated as far as that goes. Any of these storms could have wind and hail with a low tornado threat in the region. By 9 o'clock, that's pushed across Interstate 57, approaching Interstate 70, and then heads into West Indiana, getting after 10 o'clock, moving on out of here. We're drier, some light showers, a bit windier than behind the cold front. But our main window of opportunity for these storms is going to be 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. That means for much of the day, I think you can get outside and enjoy this nice mild weather we're having here. We're getting into the 70s out there. By lunchtime, noon, I expect to be in the low 60s in many spots, upper 50s and low 60s. And those clouds will start to increase into the afternoon, warm and breezy. So if you're going for a walk, maybe having a nice lunch outside, that's totally great. Do that and take advantage of it. Once 5 o'clock rolls around, we want you to have the WCIA3 weather app. Just be aware that there's a chance for some strong to severe storms into the afternoon then, as those winds ahead of it are in the south generally 10 to 20 miles an hour. Here's that level 2 risk across our entire area. If you're watching us anywhere in central Illinois, you're watching us live on Facebook anywhere, whether you're up here in Cissna Park or you're over in Farmers City, maybe you're down in Chatham, or perhaps you're over at Assumption in Moweaqua. Anyone who watches WCIA is under a level 2 slight risk. It's a standard risk. We have that on a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is a 2 out of 5. We get plenty of these slight risks every year. It's been a while, though, since we've had a severe risk. So we'll watch this one extra closely for you, since it's the first one of the season for us here. As far as the threat for tornadoes go, it's low, but not zero. There may be just enough localized ingredients to get a tornado somewhere in the region. We look for maybe the winds to back a little out of the south and east instead of south direction. And then we'll also watch to see if we get any of these individual cells that strengthen and maybe pivot a little to the south and east direction. So we'll watch all that for you here across the region. It's a 2 out of 10. Low, but not zero. We just want you to be aware that there may be a chance for one somewhere. If I had to place my bets, and I'm not a gambling man, I would think that might be more to the south here. But what level 2 risk still is for all of central Illinois, with the 2 out of 10 tornado risk for all of central Illinois here as we move on through. Really, I think the big thing that'll come from us will probably end up with some large hail in some spots and some damaging winds. The threat's still low to medium. It's not all that extreme or high, but we think a couple of those individual cells could give us some quarter to $half size hail. If we can get more of a supercell thunderstorm, a stronger type of storm, we may get a spot with some golf ball size hail. That won't be widespread, but that may be the maximum size we think we'll see, with some of our high winds of 55 to 65 miles an hour on the table for us here. Again, those main threats, large hail and damaging winds. It's a level 2 out of 5, a standard risk, with a tornado threat low but not zero. The best chance probably going to be somewhere close to Interstate 70. Cannot be ruled out, though, anywhere in central Illinois. And I'll say it again, 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. is our window of opportunity, at least the prime time for severe weather, given instability values, a little wind shear trying to mix on in, and that cold front sweeping through the area. This is what we want you to do. We want you to have the WCIA3 weather app. If you have that app and you have the settings in there on your phone in the app, you can set your location to either current location or you can input a town. If you have that on, and you have your notifications on, your phone isn't in silent mode, you're able to get notifications. We will send you an alert if there's a watch or a warning issued for your county. So if you're watching, say you're watching over in Homer, Vermilion County, if there's a watch issued for Vermilion County, your phone and the app will notify you. If there's a warning, the same thing, it'll send you an alert. In addition, if we do any streaming coverage, we'll do it on all of our digital platforms right here, and we'll let you know as far as it goes when that happens through a push alert on the app. Just check Facebook, too, as far as things go, if that happens. That's what I got for you. In the meantime, it is a blue sky out there, so get outside and enjoy things. We hope you have a great day. I'll be back in this afternoon and evening with updates, keeping an eye on things. In the meantime, we're going to let you go. Enjoy the nice weather. 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. Just be weather